Welcome to the Real Estate Strategies Podcast, a place for conversations that matter in order to obtain infinite wealth. I'm your host, Ken McElroy. This show is meant to keep you updated on what is going on in real estate while getting you on track to have infinite wealth and financial freedom. This episode, as well as all the others, can be downloaded on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and various other platforms so that you're able to listen on the go. To get my weekly newsletter where we keep these conversations going and explore the trending topics in real estate today, please go to www.kenmcelroy.com/news. Let's dive into today's episode. All right. Hey, guys. So today's guest is Ryan Pineda, and he knows his social media. He's got 116,000 subscribers on YouTube, 100,000 on Instagram, 600,000 on TikTok. He's a master of flipping, wholesaling, buying rentals, and he's got a big academy called Social Media Influencer Academy. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome.
Hey, happy to be on again, man.
So, hey, listen, you know, like I'm so glad to have you on here because I resisted social media. You have no idea. My team here just laughs at me, you know, because I'm a dinosaur compared to you. So you know, how can people use social media to benefit them? Because you have mastered this and done a great job.
Yeah, you know, we were talking before this, and you said you just started your YouTube, you know, last year, and you got over 250,000. Like, that's insane. You know, you're absolutely crushing it. So just keep doing what you're doing. For you, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. It's working.
Just teach, right?
Yeah, just teach. So for everyone else, man, I truly believe that there is no better ROI on your time or marketing spend than social media. And I don't care whether you have a business or not. I mean, if you don't have a business, you can make a ton of money on social media, and that is your business. Or if you do have a business, social media is just going to amplify it so much.
Yeah, it's true. I know, you know, for me, I'll give you a great example. And the team here will tell you it's the truth. I was buying buildings, flying around, doing my deal, and had a little bit of posting here and there. And then COVID hit, and we said, okay, I got to be all in because we're closed. You know, basically we're in a lockdown. And a month ago, Tony Robbins sent an email because of the social media, said, hey, would you come down and speak at our Wealth Mastery? And I was like, well, how the heck did he? Well, it's all through social media. So sometimes when you're putting good content out, you know, you just don't know where it'll go, right?
Yeah. I mean, similar thing happened for me. A couple months back, Forbes reached out to me and they're like, hey, we seen your social media. You know, we got our Forbes online college. We want you to make a house flipping course for our college. And I was like, really? Like, why me? You know, I'm a good house flipper, but I am by no means the best. I'm not the most experienced, you know, whatever. They're like, well, you have the best presence on social media. And that was it. Like, you know, and I'm like, man, I get to be Forbes's house flipping instructor because I just have a social media. Like, that's pretty cool.
It's very cool. And that's kind of what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you drop that pebble in the water and it creates these processional effects, you know, and next thing you know, you don't even know who's watching them. And, you know, and probably like you, I run into people, even this weekend, they're like, hey, you know, you're that guy that does the real estate videos. And I'm like, how, you know, it's crazy to me. I mean, obviously my kids, they, you know, it's pretty normal to them, but for me, it's just completely blows my mind.
Yeah. I travel a lot. You know, I'm going to Phoenix this weekend to speak on social media at a real estate event. But yeah, even when I travel, every time I go to the airport or something, somebody recognizes me. And it's still crazy because I don't even feel like I'm that big. You know, you think about celebrities and athletes and actors and actresses. I'm like, those are the people, you know, people recognize. But I think you're going to see this shift these next few years where the YouTubers, the influencers, the TikTokers, they're the famous ones. Like, they have more recognition than the celebs and athletes.
Boy, I completely agree with you there. So I know a lot of people feel silly about social media. You know, I certainly was there. I'm a firm believer now. You know, how much, in your opinion, how often should you be posting? How should you be using it?
So there's a lot of things to look at, right? First is like, what platforms do you want to be on? That's the first question you got to answer, because there's so many. And they all have different demographics. They have different styles of content. And what I would say is, for me, I think TikTok is the easiest to start on and grow. I think you can have organic growth like no other platform. And then the beauty is, with those TikToks, you can use them on the other platforms. You can put them on Instagram and you'll get traffic on Instagram. You could put them on YouTube. YouTube just rolled out a new thing called YouTube Shorts, which is their clone of TikTok. Everyone's copying TikTok right now because they're like the hot, new kid on the block. So I think TikTok is the easiest. And I also think it's kind of where content is headed. People have short attention spans. So, a TikTok is like very easy to consume and hit that dopamine. And I mean, to me though, if I had to say what's the most powerful, it's YouTube. It's not even close. YouTube to me has the most, the most loyal followers. I think it has the best ability to convert traffic into sales for whatever your business is. The reality is though, YouTube is really hard. That, I know that, making videos, longer videos, editing, it's much more difficult than TikTok.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. So guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the biggest social media mistakes that most people make. Stay with us. Hey everybody, a lot of you have been asking for the Spanish language version of my real estate investing master course, and I'm happy to announce that it's on sale now. Real estate can be a great way to earn passive income, but you have to buy the right investments at the right time, and that takes learning from an expert. This course explains how to do it. So click the link for more information, and adios for now. Let's talk a little bit about some of the social media mistakes people use. It's funny, I was talking to somebody just this morning, and she's like, hey, your social media is doing great. You're using it exactly the way that you should be. Because when I first got on social media, I was like, I don't want people to know where I am. I don't want, I don't want to know them to know I'm on vacation. And, I don't really want them to know where I live or anything like that. So I was kind of resistant. What are some mistakes that you've seen people make? And, because I know, it seems like it's a lot of vanity out there, but you've done a fabulous job getting investors, finding deals, promoting your business. So how do you use it and differently, not to be too critical, but, some of these people, it doesn't look like they're doing it for any other reason other than ego.
You definitely have to flex a little bit to show credibility, right? Like, you're going to be like, yo, I bought 1,000 units here because you did, and that's why you should listen to me. And that's why your channel's growing so much. You've done so much, and people know that. If you never talked about all the deals you did, people are like, why am I following this guy again? So you do have to show some credibility, but it shouldn't always be, oh, look at me, I'm the best. Look, I'm just always doing deals. It should be about adding value to the viewer. So every piece of content I make, I think about, how will this add value to the person watching this? Is this just about me, trying to flex, or am I adding value in some type of way? And so every video, okay, I might talk about a flip that we made a lot of money on, but I'm going to tell you how we did it. And I'm going to tell you how we found the deal, what lessons I learned, all that stuff. And then I'm going to show you the profit. And then, I'm going to redirect you to my business also and be like, hey, if you want to learn how to do this, follow me. And so it's like a win-win all the way around. Hey, you got value, you believe it. And if you want to learn more, we have this as well.
Right. Yeah. I think that, there's some people that really focus on the sales side, and, and then there's some people that focus on the teaching and the learning side. And I think people are okay with you dropping in something, some cred. But the truth is, if it's too salesy, it's been my experience, they click right off. But if you're teaching them, like you said, adding some kind of value, if you make it about them, it's a win-win, right?
Yeah, I think you have to just have the balance, right? Because, yeah, obviously we all know the salesy guy, just sell. You just can feel it the whole video. This guy's just selling me. Like that guy, he flames out. You don't want to be that guy. But also too, on the learn side, it's also not good because most people don't know the next step. Even if you're telling them, hey, here's how you do it. Okay, great. I just watched that video. Like, I don't really know what to do. Like, I understand how to evaluate a deal or find a deal, but like, you didn't tell me what to do after that. And so I think you have to have this balance. And for me, just the way that I always pitch my stuff is always just very subtle. It never is like the whole video by any means. Like, I'm going to give you value 95%. And oh, by the way, if you're interested, go check it out. No big deal.
Right. So I know that you flipped hundreds of homes. You've got thousands and thousands of followers on all your social media stuff. And you now have a course that people can get when they want to learn more. What's the name of that course and what does it go over and how do people find out about it?
Yeah. So if you go to ryanpineda.com, you can see all of our stuff, all my companies, all my products. And this course we're talking about is called my Social Media Influencer Academy. And it's just something that I created after so many people asked me how I built my following, right? I just kept getting asked over and over, like, okay, well, how should I do TikTok? How do I make the YouTube channel? Like, why did yours grow so quick? And I got tired of answering it. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to make a course for everything. And it's been really good. Tons of people have gone through it. And some have more followers than me now on all these things, just from what they learned. So it's really good. And I think it is the only course that covers like everything. Because I've taken other courses where it's like, hey, here's YouTube. Here's how to do a YouTube channel. And that's great. I've taken TikTok ones, but very few people have built a presence across all platforms.
Yeah. Good. So Ryan, obviously you've had massive success here during the pandemic and obviously before that, but what's next for you?
Man, so the big thing for me is the fund. We were talking about that on a previous episode. I really want to get, I just want to be like you. I just want to buy a lot of big buildings and, really, it's one of those things. It's social media again, because I have so many, now that you build influence, it's easy to raise money. And for us, we've always been good at operations and finding deals. And social media also allows you to interact with the operators across the country who have deals, who basically know of me. And they're like, hey, Ryan, I know you got your fund. Like, I got this really good deal. So I think it's going to be this great way to really use social media at a high level. And I don't know if that's what you planned for it but that's how I see it.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Yeah. So for us, as you know, we have, we have 4 construction projects, about 200 million, and we have about 83 million in escrow right now. And, and people want to invest with us, obviously they have to be accredited, but it's a great way to be able to talk about our deals and talk about our team and our due diligence and the processes. And because as you know, what happens is as you start to get the experience that you have and experience that I have, then what happens is money shows up, right?
Money's not hard to find.
Yeah. Money shows up.
Yeah, I want to invest in your deals when we get this fund. That's one of our things is we're going to try and be a fund of funds. So I just want to invest in other people's deals, let them do what they do well with being an operator and managing projects, and I'll raise the money and evaluate the deals, and I'll freaking talk about them on social media, and then it just
that's
itself over and over.
That's next level stuff, guys, and that's the fact. And when you start with one. And then you got 2, and then all of a sudden you create your system, and I know you've poured yourself into learning from other people, and there's lots of ways to learn, and I do the same thing. And then next thing you know, you're the guy people are giving money to, and you're the guy that deals are coming to, and it just happens that way. And if you just talk about it transparently and authentically online like this, you'd be super surprised at the ripple effects that come to you, as we were talking about earlier, right?
Right. It's I guess my big piece of advice with social media, as you just said, is transparency. As long as you're being transparent, both good and bad, about, what you're doing, people are going to respect you for it. They are going to want to work with you for it. Like I said, showing what you do wrong is very valuable. I talked about how I lost $500,000, in our other podcast on a bad deal. So and people can relate to that. Other people have lost money. I'm not invincible. I make mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Ryan. Well, great. As always, it's great to meet you, and I love watching your stuff. And for those of you that want more information, we'll have it here in the video, and we'll have all this information here. You can just click on the information below and go check out Ryan Pineda. And Ryan, as always, thank you so much for your time, and good luck to you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Ken. Appreciate you.
Yeah.